day, it's Ariana Rubieska. In today's video, I'll be investing $1,000 and taking you with me through the entire process and showing you how I pick my stocks. My YouTube channel is all about stocks, real estate, and just investing in general. I can guarantee you that watching my channel will teach you so much about entrepreneurship and so much about the ways that you can make passive income. I also have a TikTok where I'm posting every single day new stock market content, as well as real estate and just passive income in general. Yeah, this is just a place where we all learn together and we're all eating together. If you would like to get in contact with me, all my socials are linked below. I have 2 Discords as well. One of them being my own personal Discord that I made by myself, which is Stocks Cuties. And then the second one, which is a Discord that I was invited to called Bearish Bulls. Check it out if you'd like. But let's get started with the video. We won't be able to buy like a bunch of stocks because like 200 times 5 is exactly $1,000. So what I'm gonna try to do is just set a good foundation to build off of. So they're gonna be stocks that won't give you like crazy returns at each day. Like for example, see Limited, you can expect like $20 to $40 each day from that. Same with like PayPal and Zillow. Those, we want to avoid those for our first stocks because those are extremely volatile. We want something that'll, you know, grow steadily. For example, Apple, you can expect like $2 to $7 on a good day. So we want those kind of stocks first for sure, and then from there we'll just build our way up. So this is gonna be like your starter portfolio. Here's my watch list. My watch list is also posted on my Discord from Stock Cuties. So if you're trying to see what I have in there, or if you just want to screenshot it right there or save it, whatever, I have it all in there. Let's go over this and prepare our list. The most recent ones I've added are down here, obviously. I'm gonna open up a notes app and just type in the ones that I would for sure invest in. So Apple for sure, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I mentioned it in my first video ever, which was the one about how I took you guys step by step on how to invest. But I mentioned that Apple was my first stock, so that's for sure one that I want to invest in like right away. I for sure want Nike as well. But yeah, I'm gonna just go over this really quickly. Alright, so first of all, we can't even invest in Amazon or Google because we only have $1,000 to spend. So let's just take those off. Another one that we could take off, I'm gonna take off Tesla just because it's way more expensive and we only have $1,000. We want to get the best out of our money. So we're looking for stocks that are ranging around under $100 to like maximum $300. So let's take that off. And then, yeah, that looks good. I can work with this. Let's start investing. Market is closed right now though, so I'll see you at market open tomorrow. The first stock I decided to buy was Apple. I bought Apple because that was the first stock I started off with, so I just think it's nice to, you know, keep that tradition going. And yeah, it's just a company I strongly believe in. In 2024, they're gonna come out with their own EV. In other words, their own electric vehicle. Apple is just one of those companies that has stayed alive for many years and has been giving consistent gains. And it's just a great long-term stock overall. In addition to that, Apple is also like #1 in the S&P 500 index fund. So that says a lot about the company and just how freaking awesome that company is. And then for the second stock, I decided to invest in Nike. I decided to invest in Nike because when I first started researching, Nike was worth around $60 to $70, and today it's around 140. So that's just like a company I want. And also because Nike is just one of those brands that everyone wants to buy from. It doesn't matter where in the world you're from. Nike has just created such a big influence in the fashion world. And then I decided to buy both Pinterest and Snapchat. So I definitely believe that you should have some social media companies in your portfolio, just to keep it diverse. So now we have a tech company, we have a fashion brand, and then we have 2 social media companies. So the thing about Pinterest and Snapchat is that these are social media pages that have been around for many years, and they serve the consumer a purpose. So with Snapchat, it's just something that's used a lot with like the younger audiences, like teenagers. It's something that will be here to stay in the next 5 years. So when buying a stock, that's what I always think about. Will this company still be here 5 years from now? What's the kind of value this company is putting out to the world? With Pinterest, I love Pinterest because it's such a great platform for everyone, like for moms that are just searching for home inspiration, or just for small business owners looking to market their products. So yeah, I just freaking love Pinterest. It's a really great platform, and that's a company I want. And then I decided to buy Disney. I like Disney because, it's Disney. And also it's gonna freaking go crazy because everything is reopening this spring. So I want to get some gains from that as well. Not only that, but Disney has been able to still survive while in the pandemic. And it's because they have Disney Plus. So Disney Plus has definitely been carrying that company. Overall, it's a great company. They're able to adapt to whatever is going on in the world. And that's enough for me to say, yeah, I'm buying that. And then I went ahead and bought an ETF. If you don't have a lot of money, I would say invest in ETFs, because you're investing in multiple companies at once when you invest in an ETF, and that way you can just have a really great portfolio with little to no money. ARKK is one of my favorite ETFs because it's centralized in tech and just innovating companies. That's the kind of companies I want to surround my portfolio by, and I really trust Kathy Woods with her stock picks. ARKK was actually one of the first stocks I ever bought because I wanted to invest in ETFs, but all the ETFs I saw were like 300 to 200 plus. I didn't want to go crazy because back then, when I first started investing, I took things kind of slow. Like I would invest $100 to $200 max per stock, right? Especially since I was just a beginner, I wanted to be picky with it. And now that I understand how the market works and what to expect from each stock and each price range of each stock, I decided to go for more like that volatility. And then I decided to invest in VTI, which is an S&P 500 ETF by Vanguard. It's really low, it's like 200. So I feel like with the limit that I had, 200 for an ETF is like the max that I can spend. But yeah, I decided to invest in ETF, and this ETF specifically because for one, it's cheap. Second, you get the same returns, which is 10% return per year because it is an S&P 500 ETF, and it's just a really great long-term stock. And then for the last two, I chose SPY-G and American Airlines. So SPY-G, it's basically the ETF SPY, which is like the best S&P 500 ETF, but it's targeting growth. Like I mentioned in my ETF video, Apple has the greatest influence because they carry the greatest percentage. So that's why it targets growth, because it's taking those good companies and making their powers even stronger by giving them greater influence. And then I decided to choose American Airlines because I bought American Airlines in December, and ever since then it's just been like a really great stock in my portfolio. I definitely see it going crazier later this year, especially because of everything reopening and just people wanting to go travel and stuff. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's what I decided to buy. When I first started investing, I started off with $100. So having $1,000 would have been really great because my portfolio could have grown probably way faster. But yeah, it took me like a whole month to actually have $1,000 in my portfolio. You know, if you want to get started investing, maybe the best way would be save up enough money to buy more than 3 or 5 stocks. But yeah, just remember with the stock market, you just have to be super patient no matter what. You have to have a plan before you buy the stock, because then you're gonna be panic selling and you're just gonna be stuck with a company that you didn't believe in. Before even getting into a company, ask yourself what you want to do with it. I feel like the number one mistake people make is not ask themselves, what am I buying? What am I selling? And what kind of value does this company provide to my portfolio? So just always keep those 3 questions in mind. Don't overcomplicate it. Just because you see that a bunch of people are investing into this certain company doesn't mean that company will serve your portfolio good. Everyone has different kind of portfolios. Some people mainly rely on penny stocks. Other people mainly rely on long-term stocks. Some people rely on options trading. Other people rely on day trading. Everyone has a different portfolio. Everyone has a different amount of money to play with. Don't get intimidated. Focus on you. Focus on how your portfolio can grow. Don't follow other people's advice without doing your own research first, because you don't know if it's a great time. For example, if I would have bought Tesla when I barely had Apple and ARKK in my portfolio would have been super bad, because first of all, Tesla has been dropping a lot lately. There was one day that it dropped to $100, and think about it. Apple and ARKK are both like around 200 to 300 combined. If just Tesla would have been down $100, it would have been a really bad day for me. I would have lost a lot of money. Start off with small stocks, you know, build your way up, set that strong foundation, and then I'd say that's the key to the recipe. Be patient. Please be patient. Like, just be patient. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a blessed day. Bye.